It's just just punching him in the head. Oh my god. That was an axe to the face. This is what I mean, man. It doesn't matter if you've got a helmet. Like, that shit's going to hurt. You have an axe in your face. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you would have seen from the thumbnail and the title, I'm going to show you my completely honest, unfiltered, uncensored reaction, genuine reaction to what I believe are some of the world's most functional sports. However, before we do that, I mean, I can't have that kind of truly spiritual, godlike emotional experience on an empty stomach, so I need to get some fuel in me. A new, incredible flipping, slightly complicated protein shake slash smoothie slash meal replacement slash incredible flipping elixir of life that I've created, and I'm going to show you it now. It is not for the faint of heart. It does have 1,000 ingredients. It's not particularly easy or quick to make. But stop judging. Sometimes perfection takes time. Look at the colour on her. Look at the colour on her. Stunning. So, let's see how she tastes. Perfect consistency. Nice and cool and refreshing. I now feel ready to go review some sports. Okay, we're back in the office, shake in hand. That was a bizarre little montage. I don't really know why I did it. I just feel strangely enthusiastic about the new shake thing that I have prepared. It's the decaf coffee. It's the fact that you can enjoy that coffee taste in the evening. The Atavis protein is extremely smooth. I say it's just the decaf coffee, and then I go off about the flipping benefits of all of it. But overall, never fails. Okay, so as I've mentioned, I've been pretty vocal for a long time actually about certain sports that I believe are more functional than the one sport that claims they are the most functional sport on the planet, which is effectively CrossFit, which obviously is incredibly functional. It's constantly varied, blah, 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 blah. All of the stuff that we know and love about it, I'm sure. But there are a few different sports that I think, in all honesty, are better for general all-round athleticism and true functionality. That is to say, you know, they've probably got a better transfer over to other sports or other events or other pursuits, and they truly set you up to be able to kind of turn your hand to anything. So what are the said sports that I believe are truly functional? There are a couple. One of them is OCR, or obstacle course racing. Obviously great for endurance, great for kind of, you know, working in a three-dimensional environment on the trails and stuff. One of the components of kind of OCR races that or OCR kind of as a sport that has definitely kind of taken off, and a friend of mine that was an OCR athlete has actually transitioned into like Ninja Warrior stuff. So what I want to do is give you a extremely true review of what I believe. I haven't actually watched these videos yet, but this is something that somebody sent me and told me that this is one of the best Ninja Warrior runs you can possibly see. Again, speed, agility, coordination, timing, rhythm. Let's see how we get on with this. Okay, so we've got two guys starting on a start line outdoors somewhere. Where is this? J Mark, blah, blah, blah. World record breaking 25.092 to the 1,000th of a second. Overly specific. I don't even think I have that in the Olympic 100 meters. Okay, let's see how we get on. Full screen. And they're off. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god, monkey bars. They're flipping like touched with a, you know, fraction of an inch and then they're over. Oh my word. How do they go over the rings so quick? Yes, good. Drive. Flipping heck, man. It's like 4 rings that it's... That slide, the rhythm of that. Have they got like a little bell they're touching at each angle or something? Up onto a wall. Oh my word. That was absolutely flipping phenomenal. Okay, it's worth it to spend an extra 30 seconds of our life. I'm actually going to watch that whole bloody thing again. I think for me, the highlight of that was the slide under the thing. He didn't have to crawl. There was no crawl. There was no under a cargo net crawl. He just slid in his belly, flipping Klinsmann through. If you don't know who Jurgen Klinsmann is, it's probably because you're younger than me. Famous German footballer with a football celebration that was just that without the net. Right, let's watch that again. The funny thing is the other guy is still incredible, but he's just overshadowed by the speed of the bloke on blue. So nothing really slows them down. They just keep momentum the whole time. The wall was actually, interestingly, the thing that I don't think they're flipping it, man. Yeah, they're not that quick over the wall. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but the rings, jumping, the slide, perfectly timed as well. Yeah, like there's a level of forward momentum that he's got on absolutely everything. And that just, that didn't disappoint. I mean, again, you look at the functionality of that in a three-dimensional environment. You're running, I don't know, away from a robber. That's old school. Or over stuff, under stuff, through stuff, grip. I don't even really know how to respond to it because it's just so bloody rapid. What it is very relevant to mention, I think, is the fact that when you have that level of demand, when you're looking at things that are explosive, when you're looking at things that, again, are rhythm and coordination focused, but in like a longer OCR, you're also doing like a 10-mile trail run, and then you're also getting caked in mud, and then you're also climbing ropes and doing some slightly longer obstacles, some real grip focused stuff. I don't know. There's just something about it. I've never really done it. I mean, I've done OCRs. I've competed in them like for fun and kind of recreationally, but it's not something I've ever done as a sport or taken particularly seriously. It is just something that I truly observe as being incredibly functional. Right, okay, now second sport that I think is one of the most functional sports on the planet. I've mentioned this many times. Strongman. I think one of the reasons that people don't believe that this is functional or might not have it in their, the front of their mind for something that is like incredible is I think it's got shit branding. I don't think it is as popular as a sport as it should be, and I don't really understand why. I think aesthetically, I think visually it's like so impressive. I think the stuff they do is like so fucking impressive, but for some reason as a sport it's just still not or it is kind of known, it's just not that, like there aren't any fans. I don't know, it's big, but it's not as big as it should be in my opinion. Strongman, so explosivity, full body movements, like pushes, pulls, drags, carries. A big part of my training foundation, Atlas, when Atlas was my company, a big part of Alchemy, the stuff I do now, and my coaching company now, the foundations of it are really kind of rooted in this stuff actually, because I think that we should get out of our heads that because the guys that do it are enormous and have hugely high body fat percentages, that if you do strongman training, you will get fat, because the fact of the matter is it's completely the opposite. It is literally a collection of constantly different and changing functional movement patterns. So let's have a look at some of the impressive feats of strength that we have here. Okay, so who do we have here? We have, this is Mariusz Pudzianowski. So quick shake time. Pudzianowski was a strongman that was genuinely enormous, obviously, but looked like a bodybuilder, like he was shredded. He was like six-pack lean, hugely vascular, looked very athletic, and he was very athletic. And one of the things that I think about strongman that a lot of people don't really understand is that the amount of athleticism required. These are sprints. Again, these are quick movements. It's not just lifting and moving things slowly. There are things that are static and with reps, but there are medleys and different things as well all the time. Let's see what Mariusz is up to today, shall we? Okay, Mariusz Pudzianowski, this is a short. So he's running with an anchor or something down, connecting it to a chain. Yeah, maybe it was an anchor then if it was a chain. Dragging it, flipping it. There's no handles or anything. He's just like grabbing the end of the link, dragging. Think about your legs. Think about your legs in this. Your quads are burning. Flipping down a backward sled drag, arms, back, everything. And he's moving. Obviously, he's not like light on his feet like a sprinter, but he's more functional than most bodybuilders you'll see. And he's ridiculous. This is 495 pounds. So this is whatever this is, like 220 kilos. Having to duck walk, so moving a heavy, awkward object from A to B. I mean, legitimately, what is kind of more functional than that? It just has such a huge carryover. Oh, it's a gurn and a half, that is, isn't it? A British grandmother would be proud of that fucking facial expression, I tell you. And here we have, he's just kind of humping it forwards. If in doubt, hump your way through trouble, Mariusz. We've all been there, pal. Okay, so that was obviously extraordinary, and hopefully does show the fact that speed is like legitimately required a lot with this stuff. Okay, Mariusz Pudzianowski, let's have a look at another one. Okay, so here we have the yoke carry overhead log lift medley. Okay, here we go, multi-event discipline here. We have a wooden yoke. Okay, that yoke is enormous. I'm obviously working with a yoke at the moment ahead of my event in October. Let's see how this dude gets on at the Rogue Invitational. It's really high, so width-wise it looks about normal. Flipping out, that was disgusting. handles on the side, that's interesting. Obviously you don't normally have those. I wonder if that would make it easier. The height of it though, I imagine if the top of the yoke kind of leans back too much, whether or not you get kind of this even more of a pull and it pulls it out of position, you get this weird concertina effect. But think about it works your legs, it works your core, works everything, and now he's literally running straight over to the log, think about the midline, the amount of weight going down through your midline in that position there. And then he's got to lift this thing up, legs fatigued, heart and lungs pumping, this huge log, which is obviously the center of the weight where your hands are. It's not like a barbell where it's like on your chest, right? It's like your hands are a couple of inches further away, and logs are significantly more awkward than something that is as close to your chest as a barbell. He's up, out of breath, diaphragm flipping, pulling down, causing some, flexion, extension of the spine. Flipping it, man. I mean, like, even to, pull one of those things off, I mean, that's pretty ballsy. Right, let's move forwards now to another bearded man. But this event, overall, I mean, again, you look at the functionality of this stuff. Carry something horrendously heavy from A to B, and then, unilateral, one leg in front of another, one leg in front of another, and then you've literally got to put everything down and lift the heavy log, which again is legs, back, traps, arms, speed from the power of kind of the hips. That's what I mean. These guys are not slow. These guys are extraordinarily athletic. And I think that's one of the other reasons why Strongman doesn't get the credit it deserves as a truly athletic pursuit, is because a lot of the guys are absolutely flipping, giant knockapod fat, and I don't think that necessarily helps. But trust me, these guys are athletes. Okay, so now something else very similar, okay, to the OCR thing. And again, I do believe that speed, agility, coordination, and athleticism are truly underspoken about components of fitness. People talk about, running a marathon as being something that is a great example of athleticism and functionality. And it is in regards to an aerobic base, like you need that aerobic base. But I believe that speed, agility, and quickness are things that aren't spoken about enough, and I think they lend themselves better to things like invasion games and pretty much any other sporting pursuit you could do. I think that they are not as linearly beneficial. So similar to OCR, but with the added component of something called reactive agility. So basically, like playing football or playing any invasion game, you're not planning when you're going to run and then cut left and cut right or whatever. I mean, you might be if you're the one with the ball, but there are 1,000 different other variables. So here we have the third sport of the day, which is speed tag. This is something I found on YouTube like a couple of months ago, but I think it's unbelievable. I think it's genuinely flipping unbelievable. And this is basically playing tag, or in England, playing it. There's a chaser and an evader, and they've just got this crazy like parkour course. So let's have a look at this. Best chasers of world chase tag. Flipping heck, man. In either America or Russia, you have every possible sport you can imagine. So let's have a look at these guys. So we've got a chaser and an evader. One guy, okay, he's over. Wow, flipping it, man. So the obstacles, so the landing, sometimes they're chasing someone landing on poles. So the chaser obviously has 1,000,001 flipping things to look about. The evader, oh, so the evader jumped over, the chaser jumped under and tapped his leg as he landed or something. Is that what happened? That's ridiculous. I mean, to be able to like do that course that quick is insane, but let alone these guys are having to react to what's going on around them and where the other person's going. The chaser's obviously chasing, so he's got to look at the person as well as the person he's running away from, as well as the obstacles. And the evader, oh my god, flipping it, man. And for those of you that have siblings, you'll know how terrifying it is having a brother or sister be like 3 steps behind you and you are running up the stairs. I literally think it is like a mammalian defense mechanism to be scared of walking up the stairs when you have a sibling behind you. I got PTSD from that shit more so than from Afghan, man, I'm telling you. Brother or sister 3 steps behind, you know exactly what they're going to do. And more so, I'm not scared about a lion chasing me. I'm not scared about being attacked by a baboon. I'm scared of going up the stairs and having a friend of mine 3 steps behind, because the only thing that either of us are thinking about is them sticking a thumb up my arsehole.
Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu! 1,000 years of death!
So this is that sport, but instead of just steps, it's a complete 3-dimensional environment. Right, let's see what else the other guy's got. Oh, he's over. Oh, he fell. The chaser fell. So yeah, so the evade, mate, it's just like it's just the absolute faith that these guys have, which is you know, they're running, they're jumping. There's no like loss of speed or momentum. Wow, man, that's insane. Like to jump, I'd need to like eye up the fact that you're going to land on a pole properly. But these guys just flipping launch themselves over everything. Yeah, man, there's just a level of fearlessness. I'd be interested to see, this is such an old man thing to say, but I'd be interested to see the age of the guys that do this and whether or not they've got anyone over the age of 30, really. Because I just think that reactive agility is the thing that it's so hard to do, because you just become so inelastic and basically you just become flipping stiff and you can't do it. And it's the thing for me that is the component of fitness that has been that change of direction, that proper like ability to change the direction of your body and evade and move and kind of contort yourself around different objects and completely stop and then regenerate force and overcome inertia and run in the opposite direction. It's wild. It's wild to me, man. I think it's so flipping impressive. Okay, so as a last minute addition to finish it off, the fourth and final sport of the day, we have night fighting, medieval night fighting. That is a real thing. So the reason I actually know about this is my good buddy, Guy Billingham, shout out Guy Billingham, does this. Best friend, I was best man at his wedding, absolute flipping hero, flipping hardcore Royal Marine Commando mountain leader. And he's taken to some slightly more surprising pursuits. And one of them is medieval night, where they basically just dress up in like chainmail, like suit of armor, and beat the shit out of each other with swords and axes. His lovely wife, Megan, shout out Megan, calls this nerd wrestling, which I think is genuinely one of the best flipping terms I've ever heard in my life. So let's see if we can get one of these videos up. He's literally just WhatsApped these through to me in a second, which is why it's a last minute edition. So the first one, let's have a look and see what we have here. Oh my god, the medieval things. Let's just pause it for a second there. This is the thing, man. Like, I think regardless of how much body armor that you've got, this stuff isn't going to mean that nothing hurts, right? These guys have legitimate axes. Regardless of the fact they're not sharp, these things are heavy. This is what Guy said. This is like, I don't actually know of any other sports that you can go into where, in theory, you are going through the motions and the actions, the physical movements that you would go through to kill someone. Like, literally, you have a sword in your hand and you are smashing someone over the head, or you have an axe and you're smashing someone's back in. Like, I don't know, man. I feel as though my testosterone just went up by fucking 300 points just watching this. Oh! They take like a running jump, flip. So I think, oh my god. Some of them they move pretty quick considering the weight, actually. Yeah, there we go. Bit of jiu-jitsu. Kicking people. It's just just punching him in the head. Oh my god, that was an axe to the face. This is what I mean, man. It doesn't matter if you've got a helmet. Like, that shit's going to hurt. You have an axe in your face. So the one guy's like holding one of the other guys back, and the other guy's just axing him, tripping him up. Bit of classic judo. Hada! He's kicked him out of the arena. Flipping out. There's a fucking warlock running through. Oh my word, man. Yeah, they look tired. Oh, punch. Oh my god, like like literally double-handed as aggressively as you can. I could watch this. I think I might start watching this as like a warm-up for the gym. This is insane to me, man, genuinely. But I absolutely love it. I think I have to do a YouTube video of me trying this. Would you like that? If you would, I'll tell you what. I don't think I've ever done this before, but let's give it a go as I'm on this fucking platform now. If this video gets to 100 likes, I will go and find a team of medieval night fighters and allow them to beat the shit out of me. Whilst I'm wearing armor, obviously. I'm not just going to be there naked. Oh my, mate, it's just like... So again, like, you've got to be strong to kind of carry that stuff around. You've got to be explosive because you're just hacking the shit out of people. Again, coordination. You've also got to be calm. I think that's one thing that maybe we haven't spoken about today in regards to a functional component of sports, is composure. Oh! Oh my god, look at the size of the massive dude. Didn't even care. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. That was, that's It's absolute psychopathy, isn't it? But incredible. So there we go, guys. 4 different sports. We've got OCR, but specifically with today's kind of stuff, like fast stuff, Ninja Warrior style explosive work. We've then got Strongman, which I do think is one of, is on the podium of being, is up there, probably top 3 most functional sporting pursuits on the planet, like genuinely. Speed tag or chase tag, speed chase, whatever the bloody hell it is, chase tag, I don't know, the national governing body of playing it effectively. And then we've got medieval night fighting, which is a rogue wild card 4th event. It's 4 incredible sports. You've got agility, you've got rapid kind of change of direction, you've got, obviously speed, explosivity, kind of rotational power. You've got composure, you've obviously got maximal strength, you've got maximal running speed, you've got grip, you've got calm, you've got flipping everything, man. I think all of them require a level of composure and calm, actually. Probably Strongman being the least, interestingly. But guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do smash that like button. Any other thoughts on other sports that you believe are even more functional? Please put them down in the comment section below as well. If you haven't yet done so, make sure you subscribe. If you would like a video of me trying to do any of these things, put that down. I'll give it a punt, and I'll see if I can give it a go. No promises I'll survive, but I suppose that's the fun bit, right? Having a bit of real life jeopardy in there. And as always, guys, stay strong, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.